Hello, Army! Welcome back to our channel. You must have heard the news that's shaking up the entire K-pop world, right? Park Jimin, our lovely Jiminy, has achieved the top position in the brand reputation rankings for November 2025. And what makes this moment even more special is the reaction from Min Youngie, our Suga Hyung, who said something that immediately went viral. He said, "This is good karma." Just 3 words, but the meaning is so profound it became wisdom of the day. Stay tuned because we're going to thoroughly dissect Suga's philosophy that has moved millions of armies. But before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest updates about BTS. Okay, let's dive in. So guys, the brand reputation rankings isn't just any ranking. This is an evaluation system that measures how positive a celebrity's image is in the eyes of the Korean public. The data is collected from social media, news articles, online communities, and various other digital platforms. Jimin reached the top position with an incredibly high score, surpassing hundreds of other Korean celebrities. This isn't the first time Jimin has been at the top, but what makes this time special is the timing, right after BTS completed military service and is preparing for their 2026 comeback. Now, when a reporter asked Suga about Jimin's achievement, Suga's expression was absolutely priceless. He smiled slightly, then with a calm but confident tone, he said, "This is good karma." Immediately, social media exploded. Twitter trending worldwide, Instagram filled with quotes of this, TikTok flooded with edited videos featuring Suga's quote. Why? Because behind those 3 simple words, there's a very deep life philosophy. Okay, let's break down what Suga actually means by good karma. The concept of karma itself originates from Buddhist and Hindu teachings that fundamentally teach the law of cause and effect. What we sow, we reap. Every good or bad action will have its consequences, maybe not immediately, but it will definitely come back to us. So when Suga says Jimin's achievement is good karma, he's not just giving an ordinary congratulation. He's acknowledging that all the good Jimin has done all this time, all the hard work, all the humility, all the care for others, is now coming back to him in the form of public appreciation and recognition. If we flash back to Jimin's journey since his 2013 debut, those of you who've been ARMYs for a long time definitely know how difficult the path he's walked has been. Jimin is known as someone who's super perfectionist. There are many behind-the-scenes footage showing him practicing dance until late at night, even when his body was already extremely tired. He often cried because he felt his performance wasn't perfect yet, even though in all our eyes he was already extraordinary. His vocal coach once shared that Jimin is one of the members who most frequently asks for extra practice, even on days off. But guys, hard work alone isn't enough to explain why Jimin could reach this top position. There's something more than that. Jimin has a genuinely good personality. And these aren't just our words. Many HYB staff members have given testimonies about how Jimin always greets them kindly, remembers their names, even gives small gifts on special occasions. In the harsh and competitive entertainment industry, attitudes like this are extremely rare. There's one story that went viral a few years ago about how Jimin helped a staff member who was caught in the rain by giving them his umbrella, and then he himself got rained on. That staff member only shared the story years later because Jimin never mentioned the incident, never made it into content. This is the purest form of kindness, done without expecting praise or recognition. And there are so many stories like this. From how he gives surprise gifts to staff on their birthdays, how he always says thank you to the people behind the scenes, to how he genuinely cares about his team's health conditions. Now, Suga and Jimin's relationship itself is very special. They have a unique chemistry even though their personalities are different. Suga tends to be quiet, introverted, prefers to observe from afar, while Jimin is more expressive, extroverted, and openly affectionate. But behind this difference, there's a very deep mutual understanding. Suga once shared in an interview that Jimin is one of the people who understands him most without needing many words. When Suga was struggling with his shoulder injury and had to take a hiatus from performing, Jimin was the one who most frequently checked on him, sent messages, made sure he was okay. And conversely, Suga has also always been there for Jimin when Jimin doubts himself. There's footage from the Burn the Stage documentary showing how Suga gave a pep talk to Jimin, who was overthinking about his performance. Suga said something like, "You're already doing more than enough. Don't be so hard on yourself." Moments like these show the depth of their friendship. So when Suga says this is good karma about Jimin's success, this isn't just an ordinary statement from a bandmate. This is an acknowledgement from someone who really knows Jimin, who has seen his struggles, who knows how good Jimin is as a human being, not just as a performer. Suga is telling the world, see? This is what happens when you're genuinely a good person. The universe rewards you. What makes Suga's statement even more powerful is his own positioning. In the same ranking, Suga is at position 19. And guess what? He didn't show even a hint of jealousy or disappointment. On the contrary, he's the most proud and vocal in supporting Jimin. This is a real example of the philosophy he embraces. Other people's success is not a threat to our own success. In a group like BTS, where there are 7 people with extraordinary talent, it would be so easy to develop rivalry or tension. But what sets BTS apart is how they genuinely celebrate each other's success, understanding that when one member shines, the whole group shines. And this is a very important lesson for all of us. In the social media era, where we're constantly bombarded with other people's highlight reels, it's easy to feel inadequate or jealous. But Suga teaches us that there's enough room for everyone to succeed. Jimin's success doesn't diminish Suga's achievements. In fact, celebrating others' wins creates positive energy that will eventually come back to us too. This good karma philosophy also teaches us about the importance of long-term perspective. In this instant world, many people want quick results without the process. They look for shortcuts, try various ways to become famous overnight, or even do controversial things just for attention. But good karma reminds us that real success is the result of consistency in doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Jimin didn't become #1 in brand reputation because of one viral moment, but because of the accumulation of thousands of good deeds, thousands of quality performances, thousands of genuine interactions with fans over more than a decade. Think about it, guys. Jimin never did charity work or good deeds with the intention of publicizing them. Many of his kindnesses only came to light years later through stories from people who had interacted with him. This is the purest form of kindness. No cameras, no PR strategy, just pure goodness from his heart. Psychologists also acknowledge the truth in this concept. Research shows that people who consistently do good deeds tend to have better mental health, stronger social connections, and ultimately achieve more sustainable success. Why? Because kindness creates positive cycles. When we do good, people tend to reciprocate, creating positive networks that will support us in difficult times. Jimin himself once said in an interview that he always tries to be the best version of himself, not for others, but for himself. He wants to be able to sleep soundly every night, knowing that he gave his best and didn't hurt anyone. This simple philosophy, which is totally aligned with the good karma concept from Suga, is the key to his true happiness and success. He doesn't chase external validation, but focuses on internal integrity. Ironically, this attitude is exactly what makes him receive extraordinary validation and appreciation from the public. What's amazing is how Suga's wisdom resonates with people outside the fandom too. In the comment sections of various articles about this, it's not just ARMYs who are inspired. There are professionals, students, even elderly people who say that this simple statement reminded them of what truly matters in life. In an increasingly cynical world, where people often say nice guys finish last, Jimin's success proves otherwise. Good people can win. Kindness is not weakness. And karma is real. For those of us who are struggling to achieve our goals, Suga's message is incredibly powerful. Often we feel frustrated when our hard work doesn't immediately bear fruit. We see other people who seem to succeed easily, while we're still stuck in the same place. But remember, we don't know their full story. And more importantly, Suga's message reminds us to keep doing the right thing, keep being kind, keep working hard with integrity. Good karma will work, maybe not in the timeline we expect, but it will come. There's a great quote that Suga once said on Twitter: "Success without kindness is meaningless." And this is exactly what he means by good karma. Jimin isn't just successful as an artist, but he's successful as a human being. And the public can feel that authenticity. They can tell the difference between a manufactured persona for marketing purposes versus genuine personality that radiates from within. What's also touching is Jimin's response to Suga's support. In a live stream afterwards, Jimin with teary eyes said that hearing Suga Hyung say that meant everything to him. Because Suga is someone whose opinion he deeply respects, someone who has seen everything, the good days and the bad days. Having his acknowledgement in that philosophical way made Jimin realize that his journey was worth it. Guys, this is also a lesson for us in supporting our closest people. Sometimes the most meaningful support isn't materialistic gifts or loud celebrations, but deep understanding and acknowledgement of their struggles and goodness. Suga didn't just say congratulations or you deserve it. He said this is good karma, which encompasses so much more. It says, I see all the good you've done. I see your kindness. I see your hard work. And I see how the universe is rewarding you for it. The wisdom of the day that was born from Suga's simple statement has become inspiration for millions worldwide. On social media, ARMYs are sharing stories about how this philosophy changed their perspective on life and success. Many admit that they're now more focused on being a good person rather than just being a successful person. They understand that success without goodness is empty, while goodness with success is the perfect combination. For the entertainment industry as a whole, this story is a valuable reminder. In the midst of harsh competition and sometimes unhealthy rivalry, this reminds us that character and kindness still matter. The public, in the end, can sense authenticity. They can feel genuine energy. And that's why despite the abundance of talented performers out there, Jimin stands out. Not just because of his skills, but because of who he is as a person. Before we close, I want you guys to reflect on this. In our daily lives, are we planting seeds of good karma? Are we being kind when no one is watching? Are we doing the right thing even when it's hard? Because that's what Suga's philosophy teaches us. Success is not just about talent or hard work. It's about being a fundamentally good person and trusting that goodness will be rewarded, maybe not immediately, but eventually. Jimin's journey from that shy kid from Busan who almost didn't make it into BTS to becoming #1 in the brand reputation rankings is a testament to this philosophy. Every smile he gave to staff, every extra hour he spent practicing, every genuine interaction with fans, every moment of vulnerability he shared, every act of kindness without expecting anything in return. All of that accumulated into this moment. This is good karma in action. So ARMY, let's take this wisdom from Suga and apply it in our lives. Let's be the kind of people who do good not because we expect rewards, but because it's the right thing to do. And trust that the universe, in its own time and way, will reward that goodness. Because as Suga wisely said, and as Jimin has proven, this is good karma. Thank you so much for watching. If you agree with Suga's philosophy, drop a purple heart in the comment section. And share with us, how will you apply this good karma concept in your lives? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can be inspired by our BTS's wisdom. Purple You Army. See you in the next video. Borahi.